Simcha, this story has been covered, by the way, all over the world. Recently, by the way, there's been a critical op-ed by two conservative writers in the New York Times, Bret Stephens and Barry Weiss, critiquing this move by Israeli authorities. Has this helped Israel's cause?
I think that yes.
Yes?
Yes. And I will say why. It's not a move by, I have to understand the law. It's not a move by Ardan. The law specifically.
When you say Erdan, you mean the public security minister, Gilad Erdan, who decided not to let her come into the. Yes, go ahead.
It's not his move. The law specifically says he is not allowed to allow her get into Israel. He must have special reasons to allow her in. It's not. It's the default. The default
because she pressed attending on Facebook.
Because no,
to a few
it's not pressed attending. Because she was the head of a branch of a BDS movement in Florida. So and she deleted by mistake apparently her Twitter and Facebook accounts. So let's talk about the real stuff.
Okay.
And did it help? I think that people that are hurt by the BDS movement know now that there is some kind of deterrence on that, and we have to know. A member of the Israeli Knesset, a member of the Likud, was banned from coming to the UK, not because he said something against the UK, not anything, just because his views. So that's what other countries do. Israel is a sovereign country, is allowed to do. It can be stupid, it can be smart, but it's definitely about sovereignty. It's definitely about legislation that has to be.
Isn't it a bit hypocritical? Wasn't the Prime Minister right when he says that every country has to protect itself? Every country, like the United States, interrogates people sometimes at the entrance to their airports, and they don't let people in.
If there is a suspicious that someone can create a terrorist attack or someone is going illegal in order to work, yes, definitely. But this is not the case. This is only about her views about the state of Israel. And with all due respect, yes, in America, I can get into America even if I'm counter-Trump position, even a big critics of America position over many issues.
And see what happens.
Simcha, let me finish. So it's not something that you can find anywhere. And when Israel has no answers to the people that criticize it, then it comes with this law about trying to force them to think differently. And I think that this is a shame that a big state like Israel, that we would like to say that this is the only democracy in the Middle East, is so scared and so afraid from this student that eventually what she is asking not to boycott Israel. She's asking to come into Israel and to study in Israel.
So why did she say she's against the BDS?
This is not.
She was given the chance.
This is none of your business.
None of my business.
If she is not a terrorist,
so
if there is no fear of harm, let her in.
So when you fill the form to apply for visa to the U.S., you said, did you ever engage in actions against the United States? If you again, I gave the example.
What is an action against the United States?
Depends what the U.S. defines as an action against the United States. Again, I gave the example of the UK. Someone also came to the UK and said something about Muhammad in a neighborhood, and she was kicked out and never to come back. So you have every country has its own rules, and so freedom of speech has nothing to do with it. Because you don't have any right to come to Israel.
You know that racist should be banned. People that are racist and they have racist views.
BDS is the most racist. BDS is the most. Thank you very much, because you gave the right example. BDS is racist. It's anti-Semitic, and it's the most.
I want to move on.
You don't like it, but
it's not.
All right, I want to move on to our last topic: the violence in the West Bank and Gaza. In the West Bank today, a stabbing attempt took place in the settlement of Ariel. The assailant was killed. A Supreme Court justice was attacked near his home in a settlement, but managed to escape unharmed. A manhunt is still underway for the perpetrator of an attack that killed 2 people in the Barkan industrial zone. And over the weekend, a Palestinian woman was killed after her car was pelted with rocks that may have been thrown by Jewish settlers. And in Gaza, 7 Palestinians were killed by IDF forces while trying to breach the border fence with Israel on Friday. The Prime Minister and the Defense Minister are hinting at a large-scale operation, with Netanyahu saying, quote, if they don't stop the attacks against us, meaning Hamas, they will be stopped in a different way, and it will be painful, very painful. But the Haaretz Daily says that the Israeli army, the IDF, strongly recommends not necessarily going in that direction. There are even hints that this strong rhetoric may have something to do with that odor of elections in the air, this kind of political rhetoric to get political gains. What do you think about that?
I think that Netanyahu understands very clearly that he cannot change the situation in Gaza just by using force. And when we will use more force than we are using, and more than 200 Palestinians were killed in the last few weeks because of this demonstration. So it's not that we are really just sitting, not doing anything. But Netanyahu knows that it's not going to lead anywhere but to another war, and then we will find ourselves with the same situation. There is a siege over Gaza, and the situation in Gaza is so bad, so people prefer to come and to tear down the fence with no weapons. They know that they are going to be killed, than to continue the current situation. This situation of despair should change, and when there is no hope in Gaza and the situation there is really impossible, this is the outcome of that. If the Gaza people will sit quiet and stop these balloons and demonstration, let's be honest, no one will speak about Gaza. The situation will remain, and they will continue to suffer. They don't want to.
Terror does not come from despair. Terror comes from hope. They hope to gain something by these terror attacks and attacks against Israeli borders, and they hope to gain something.
It never has anything to do with people who are really desperate, have nothing to lose?
Nothing to do. It's orchestrated by Hamas, and if they wanted to get... They blocked the humanitarian aid because of that. They broke the gate that trucks come in to Gaza Strip every day, bringing in supplies. They bombed the gate. So it's not about we need some more food, we need some more medical supply, we need some stuff like that. They want.
It's exactly that.
It's much bigger than that. It's not just food and medical supply. It's some kind of normal life. They want to be independent. They want to have the ability to go out. They want to have life.
As I said, it's not about despair. It's about hope.
It's about despair. And Simcha, try to be citizens of Gaza for 1 week. 1 week, and you will come to demonstrate in the fence, because you will have nothing to lose, even not your life. Okay. And this is the situation that we are facing.
No, I won't. If history has something to teach us, that Jews were held in much worse situations and didn't revolt.
What did we do?
Because we had hope to have a country, a state.
Because
exactly.
we would like to have our own independence.
That's hope.
I mean, how do you explain these people that just charge the fence knowing that they'll be shot?
That's hope.
That's hope.
That's hope. That's hope. They think that by mistake.
By the way,
by mistake. But just a second. They think by mistake that they will bring Israel to its knees and they will get something from Israel.
So they're willing to just.
I really hope.
12-year-olds and 15-year-olds are just willing to do that.
What's so bad with hope? Let me understand.
I didn't say.
What's so negative with people that have some hope that maybe if they will commit suicide on the fence, something will change.
The hope is not my problem. The suicide part. That's what bothers me. The hope is not my problem.
The hope is not your problem.
Okay. The suicide is
all right, that is all the time.